Good morning. Hi, Tanj here. Good morning from Fairmont Resort here at the beautiful Lura in the Blue Mountains of Sydney. I'm here coming to you live on Instagram and on Facebook for Mindset Mastery Monday. A little bit of a change of scene. If I wasn't set up on the table, I'd show you the beautiful view of the Blue Mountains that is in front of me. I hope you had an amazing weekend. What did you get up to? Let me know by typing in one word to describe how you are feeling right now. Hello Brooklyn, great to have you here, my love. Thanks for tuning in. I am here because I'm about to run a half-day empowered leadership workshop for a number of the First National directors here in New South Wales. So flew up from Melbourne yesterday, met with the team last night over a beautiful dinner, and lots of fantastic stories of doing real estate in country areas. I want to shout out big love to the people out at Tamworth, because they are experiencing really tough water conditions at the moment. They're down to 20% water, and it's a matter of days, and they've got to come up with some strategies. And there's, I think, one story of a woman that's spending, or one of the clients that's spending $10,000 every couple of days just to bring in hay for her animals. So big love out to everyone at Tamworth and anywhere else around the country, and of course the world, that's having difficult situations where they're living. So here we are, Camp Brooklyn. Can you hear and see me okay? And can you hear and see me okay on Facebook? I'm just waiting for you guys to load. So the theme is around leadership and, inspiring ourselves and our people to really rise and thrive in a world of rejection and a world of change and challenge. And Cameron Webb from Sparring Partners, who was one of the speakers yesterday, I didn't see him speak, but I was talking to people yesterday, and his whole session was about why. Why do you turn up to your business? Why do you do what you do? G'day, Jasmine. Great to have you here. Why do you do what you do? Why do you wake up every day? What is the purpose of your life? And, this is no new conversation. Why is tending to be the new black. And, everyone was talking about the stories that Cameron was saying yesterday, and some were sharing their why, and many didn't have a why, and realised that the lack of a why, the lack of a purpose, the lack of a reason to wake up and run their business every day and do the hard yards tends to mean that we become complacent and we settle for a status quo and we lose our mojo. So last night I was in the shower and I'm thinking, I'm clear about my why. My why. Hey Karen, great to have you here. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear and see me okay? I'm not sure how the reception here is in the Blue Mountains. Aisha, great to have you here too, my love. And, so I'm clear about my why. My why, thanks Karen, appreciate that, love, is to give you access to live a happy and deeply fulfilling life. Because I think it's a miracle we're even here. And as I've said before, scientists have proven the statistics are 1 in 14 trillion chance of us actually even having the gift of life. And then think about it. Here we are floating on a rock in space, and we're able to travel into space. It's amazing. Yet many of us are walking around unfulfilled. So last night I'm in the shower thinking about, what would be a story that I could share tomorrow about why? And I didn't really have anything compelling. Cameron, I think, had great polar bear stories and, wonderful Arctic stories. I've never been to the Arctic or the Antarctic, so I couldn't share a story there. But then what dawned on me was more why not, rather than why. And so here's just a little story that I hope will resonate with you around, if you don't have a why, then ask yourself, why not live your greatest life? Why not live your truest purpose? So about 10 years and 4 months ago, I got a phone call from my mum that Dad was really sick and he was in hospital, and that I should come down. They were living in Tassie at the time and I was living in Melbourne. So I had some training that I was doing in Byron Bay. I cancelled that. I flew down and I got and she said, just be wary, when you see him. He was diagnosed with cancer 3 months before and things were happening pretty fast. So I fly down. I'm a little bit nervous. Mum meets me out of the hospital room and I walk into the hospital room, and I'm sorry I can't acknowledge you, those that are tuning in on Facebook, because I can't see your name yet, but I know it'll come up. So thanks for tuning in. And I walk in and there's my dad, who is, half his size, completely ash grey and on oxygen, which is just not my dad. He's stocky, strong, Maltese carpenter that could build castles out of matchsticks kind of guy, larger than life. So he'd been diagnosed with cancer 3 months earlier, and as I said, things had happened really rapidly. Long story short, g'day Richard, great to have you here. We're exploring, my friend, not asking why, but more asking why not live your greatest life. So the doctors and nurses and training staff, they had been doing a series of tests. He had lung cancer and was riddled with cancer all through his body. And I remember a particular moment when Dad's lying in bed and there's 3 doctors there and there's some training staff and I'm there and my mum's there. And the doctors are standing with their clipboards, very much like, American show that you would see. And Dad's lying in bed and he looks at the doctors because they'd just done some tests and said, so, how long have I got? And in his mind, he's thinking years. So he's like, how long have I got? And the doctors look at him and say, mate, it's a matter of days. And you could cut the air with a knife. And I will never forget my dad's face just going blank and looking at us. And it was almost like everything was trying to compute. G'day, PK. Everything was trying to compute. And within an hour, they had left pretty soon after. Mum, Dad, and I are just looking at each other going, what the? And within an hour, they're wheeling his hospital bed out. I'm wheeling out his little white bedside table, and all that was in there was his phone and a wallet, like his belongings, right? And Mum's helping wheel the bed, and I'm wheeling just this little bedside table with a phone and a wallet, his belongings, down a corridor, and he's off to palliative care, and I'm just going, what is happening? And so he ended up dying 4 days later. And he died in shock. He died wondering. He died in disbelief. And so last night when I was in the shower and I had this vision, I'm like, it's really inspired me to, ask the question of you today. Like, if you were told you had days to live, what would you do? And why would you get up? And what would the purpose or the meaning of your life be? Why would you do whatever it is that you do? And more importantly, what is stopping you now from doing your heart's desire? Are you happy in your job? Are you happy in your relationship? Are you happy in your life? We've got poor connection on Facebook. Are you happy where you are? Are you happy doing what you're doing? If not, why? If not, why not? Why aren't you changing it? What is stopping you? What is getting in the way? So this is a question I want to propose to you today. A question around what is getting in the way of you living your deepest, fullest, most fully self-expressed, juiciest life? And why not go for it? And I'm curious, if there was nothing in your way, including you, what would you do today to really create a why not, a whole new reality for yourself? So that's as simple as I want to keep Mindset Mastery Monday today. We talk about why we need a purpose, we need a vision, we need a goal, we need a strategy, we need a plan. And if you're watching this and you don't have one of those, but you've got dreams and goals and desires in your heart and your soul, ask yourself why not. I'm going to sign off there because I don't think reception's too great, but I want to leave you with that question and I'm keen to hear from you. Why not live your best life? I hope you have a beautiful day. If this has sparked something in you that you're inquiring or you don't even know and you want a hand to go under the hood of your soul and take a look and see what's there and what you'd love, then reach out to me and I'd love to help you discover your why or your why not. Mwah. Much love, my friends. We'll see you soon.